Hello, everybody, and welcome on this beautiful day. As we come together, we acknowledge this year that is passing, the final Sunday of 2025. Bye-bye.
Yay!
See you later. And as we open our hearts to this new year, we expand our imaginations, recognizing that all we went through in 2025 is the nourishment. It is the fuel that is going to open us into a new experience, a fresh year. So I invite you all to open your hearts, let the past go, trusting that whatever you needed to get from the past is continuing to blossom within you, that new, fresh seeds are beginning to sprout, and activate your powerful imagination, which is connected to spirit and that divine source of the universe. And you are that conduit, that emissary, that divine expression of that source. And that this coming year, you can claim your dominion in a deeper, fuller way over your life, over your world, by connecting with that divine flow and saying yes. So together, collectively, in our hearts and in our minds, we take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we feel the power of that yes to life, to the possibilities that are opening in the new year, and to the power of you, your immediate family and friends, this community here, and the world at large, trusting that there is one presence, one power, connecting us all, and each of us has access to that source energy. And in that knowing, we say thank you. Amen.
Thank you.
That the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice, and be glad it is, and be glad it is. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad it is. This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made.
And I'm going to invite Pastor Carsten up for the affirmation of the day.
So we'll say this affirmation 3 times. I am the living expression of the divine source.
What?
I am the living expression of the divine source. I am the living expression of the divine source. I am the living expression of the divine source.
Amen.
Yes, and so it is. And now we're going to go on to our mission statement, which you'll find on the right-hand side of our program. And it's to love, to serve, to awaken. Love. love spirit, ourselves, and the world. Awaken, observe. The beauty of Christ is expressed through service to one another. Awaken. We are one as God. Each of us is here to awaken to our divine potential. We seek to transform our hearts by the renewing of our minds, knowing with God all things are possible. And the vision statement, Unity of Richmond East Bay is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions. Following the path of Jesus and other spiritual teachers, we use emerging wisdom to cultivate a closer walk with spirit, humankind, and ourselves. And the daily word for today is, blessings come into my life in the most unexpected ways. And one just walked in. Thank you for being here. I am blessed to live each day in the presence of God. As I turn within and quiet my thoughts, I open to God within. Grounded in this presence of wisdom, love, and peace, I feel connected with the divinity of all beings. In this awareness, I become newly aware of expressions of God everywhere. Ooh, looking out there, I just see God sitting everywhere. Thank you.
Amen.
I feel blessed to behold nature's beauty, perhaps snow glistening in moonlight or the sun warming the earth, and birds soaring across the horizon. I find joy in smiling faces. I hear laughter of friends sharing simple pleasures. I enjoy the beauty of holiday decorations hung with care and appreciate the sacredness they represent. Acts of selfless service show me God's love in action. I am grateful for these blessings and for my infinite unfolding good. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord,
Yes.
whose trust is the Lord.
Yes.
Jeremiah 17:7. Now we have our musical selection.
Yes, and you should have lean on me somewhere.
Beautiful.
That is if.
If you need a friend, pray.
Call me. I'll be there if you call me. If you need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. One more. We need each other.
Yes, and it's time to greet our neighbors.
Oh,
Let them know. I done turned you into the Lord of the
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
beautiful music there.
Once again, no, let it go for it.
Feel you.
Always our favorite part of the day.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we're going to do our prayer and meditation statement on the right-hand side. We'll say it together. There is only one presence and one power active in my life, God the good omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in your life, God the good omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in unity of Richmond East Bay, God the good omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in the world today, God the good omnipotent. And now I'm going to invite Pastor Carsten up again for his service today, claiming dominion, my life is my own.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen, amen, amen. And thank you, Lenora. Thank you, Dar. Thank you, each of you, for being here. It's really a family service today because it's a small group. But boy, isn't it interesting how potent the energy is even with this small group? So we're taking a breath. We're inviting our YouTube people. I'm noticing that picture may be a little bit crooked. I didn't set it up perfectly today. It was a challenge getting here. I have a hydrogen vehicle, which is such a blessing because it has no, the only thing that comes out is pure water. So there's no pollution at all, but it was a challenge trying to fill it up with the liquid hydrogen. The thing kept popping off, and so I've got like 28 miles left, so hopefully it'll get me to the next station. But the good news is I wasn't stressed. I just thought, oh, this is happening now. All is well. And that's been happening so much for me lately. And you know what I'm feeling? Is that this teaching that I share each week that I've been embodying for so much of my life, it's really sinking in on a cellular level. I spent time with my family, as we all did for the holidays. And you know how family stuff can bring up stuff? Well, the gift is, it still bring up stuff, but it didn't stick. It didn't stick, and even in the midst of it, I was tearing up because I was feeling so much love for these people, even as they triggered me. Because it's my family, it's who I am, and those triggers help me grow, help me say, okay, what's going on? I can relax and breathe and ask myself, is this really important? Does this really matter in the big picture? And that's really what I want to talk about today, because claiming dominion has been coming up for me the past couple weeks, and I've been saving it for this time because that's what I really want people to open to, the possibility of what that might mean for you moving into 2026. Jyoti Ma, and let's take a moment to send her some energy. I reached out to Jyoti Ma today. She's one of the 13 grandmothers, inviting her to join us for this special thing that we're doing. Here's another plug. We're doing a special event on New Year's Day. So if you don't already have plans on New Year's Day, please, you're invited, welcome. We're going to be doing a drum circle, some a healing sound bath, as well as a visioning for ourselves personally, for our family, for Unity of Richmond, and for the world. So we're opening to what kind of possibilities could open up in 2020, 2026.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Thank you. 1 p.m. But I reached out to Jyoti Ma to see if she'd like to come. She spoke here a couple weeks ago and talked about how powerful the energies for thousands of years have been talking about this time and a real opening into 2026. And she said, I'd love to be there, but I've had a little accident. She's fallen and broken her hip. So let's send Jyoti Ma love and healing energy. Let's do a tone for her. And anyone who's listening to this at any time, and for all those here as well, let's let this tone bring healing energy to all of us. Nice deep breaths. We'll do the Om. Ready? Remembering that the power of vibration gets you out of your head into that vibrating energy. So anytime, anywhere that you're feeling stressed, that you're up in your head trying to figure things out, stop. Take a breath, and even if you're in public, I do this all the time, standing in line at the bank or whatever, you can hum. A soft hum, no one else is going to hear, but you will feel that vibration calling in and grounding the energy right there in your chest, your heart, your throat, gathering the chakras and bringing you into that here, now presence. So 2026, we've made it here. I remember when I was a kid and I thought about, I was born in 1955, so I've been here for a while. And I remember when I was a kid thinking about that the turn of the century was going to come, and oh my God, I would be like 40 years old when that happened. And oh my God, that's just like an eternity. How can that ever happen? And how can I ever be that old? Well, here I am, going into 2026 at 7 years old, feeling more alive, more grounded, more excited about life than ever. So that's partly what I want to share and spread today with my talk, is that as long as we're feeling good, as long as we're tuned in, as long as we're grounded in what we say each week, one presence, one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent, we can feel that life force flowing. Look around at those examples in the world, people who are out there in their 80s, 90s, and even moving up into their hundreds, who are alive and active. I think of, who was it that turned 100 this past week? Dick Van Dyke. He's 100 years old. And well, I don't know if he's still dead, yeah, but there we go. He's still dancing, he's still out there. So trusting that the only thing that stifles you is your own mind and your own beliefs about what's happening. So trust that. We are in the midst of a paradigm shift, an evolutionary leap of consciousness, and unity is, and will be at the forefront of that movement. That's what's been coming up for me lately, really kind of beginning to stand in my own truth and say, hey, I believed all this stuff all my life, and for a good part of my life, I've been standing up here and other places sharing it with private clients and stuff, and it's still been a practice for me. It's still been that part of me that says, oh yeah, you're sharing this stuff, but you're a big phony because you don't really believe it, or you don't really make it happen in your life. Of course, that's the old ego, right? That always says you're not there yet, it should be better, it should be this. But as I practice one presence, one power active in my life and in the universe, recognizing that right here, right now, I'm whole and complete, and so are you. On one level, there's nothing to get to, but there absolutely is a flow and an energy to surrender to align with, to be in process with. And that divine energy is you. And it is the world around you, because you are not just that body. You are everything you can conceive of. You are this world that you're creating. So it's trusting that. How shall we approach 2026? Starting by saying, hey, what if this is going to be the best year yet? What if this year is going to be beyond what we've ever imagined before? What if what's out there that we've always thought is separate from ourselves is beginning to connect with our hearts and our minds and sending us the message, not just up here, but in the heart, that you're supposed to be here. We're inviting you in. Look at the difference between waking up in the morning going, I've got to navigate the world and try to figure it out, or waking up and saying, oh, I wonder what the world is going to invite from me today. What is going to shine a light on that I've never recognized before? And for me, over the Christmas holiday, it was really a place of real non-resistance and opening to the love and the connection. As I was driving home along Highway 1 from Santa Cruz, where I visit my brother, I literally felt the trees inviting me forward and reminding me, we know you, we see you, we feel you, because you've been driving this route for 20, 25, 30 years now. Can we open to that possibility that the trees, the plants, the clouds, the living things around us recognize us and feel us and know us and are inviting us in? This is the divine feminine, which I want to open to in this coming year. It's partly why I wanted Jyoti Ma to come here, one of the other 13 grandmothers who wrote a book called Jambalaya. Has anyone read the book or familiar with it? Oh my goodness, I have been reading that book, and it is so powerful and so opening because it talks about that divine feminine which trusts the body and our physical connection with Mother Earth. Look at some of the error thinking we've been programmed with. Amen. What does the patriarchal religions tell us? That we are the dust of the earth, and everything having to do with physical ultimately is about sin, and we can't be happy till we move the body and go up to that happy place somewhere up there. BS. No. It's happening right here, and that divine feminine energy is what Jesus the Christ came to share with us. Isn't it?
Yes.
His one main commandment was to love. Love God, love the self, and love the world, because that's the energy that's activating here. He talked about that the kingdom of heaven is within. So heaven and hell, the thing that the human mind created, we can create it right here and now. And I'm sure we all have created, even in one day, hell and heaven, because we can go back and forth. So that's our playground here. It's beginning to open to and trust that. So we're going to be working with the Jambalaya book as we move forward, some of those divine feminine energies, which we're all masculine and feminine. We all have those two balances. The masculine energy, the way I'm going to call it the toxic patriarchy, and let's acknowledge that it was working for a while. Nothing has gone wrong at the past, but we are always moving forward, and we are in a new place now. We don't need to try to figure out and control the world. It's time to move into dominion rather than domination. Dominion means you're trusting that all is already well, and you're always being offered more possibilities, more creativity, more opportunities to love, to connect, and to create. Domination is about, I can't be okay until I take control of everything. What is it in people that feel $1 million, $2 million, $4 billion, $6 billion isn't enough? Fear. They've got a deep fear and insecurity. What is it that makes people want to always be in control and be in control of everything? Those energies that I've got to control the world. Why? Because you don't feel safe, because you've missed an inner connection. Yes. What is it in me when I look at my bank account and it's low and I say, oh my God, but bills are coming in. What's going to happen? It's a lack of trust. It's an inability to look at my past life and say, hey, I've always been taken care of. It's always coming, and trusting that it's not about having more than you need. It's about trusting that it will always be there and letting it flow. So one of the things I've learned, if I'm feeling a lack of consciousness, a lack, particularly when it's money, a lack of consciousness around money, my affirmation is to buy flowers. Even if it's the last $10, I'll go to Trader Joe's and buy $10 worth of roses. And that action is an affirmation that brings more energy in. So I invite you to begin to play in this coming year, play with the powerful acts of faith. I don't have time to take care of this person who's having a struggle right now. It happened last night with my partner. He wanted me to do something. There was a push back and forth. I go, I don't have time to do that. Then I stopped, took a breath, breathed into what my partner means to me, and realized, oh yeah, I have time. I can make that work. Not doing it out of obligation, but doing it out of love and out of choice. Big difference. Dominion, law is the first definition. Supreme authority, sovereignty, having dominion over the natural world. Dominions, plural, Christianity, and order of angels, see celestial hierarchy. That was very potent for me, recognizing that the word dominion also connects with the angelic realm. Then when we look at domination, the exercise of control, influence over someone or something, or the state of being so controlled. Evil plans for domination of the universe. Very different, right? I think of dominion as the divine feminine, the trust being in the flow, trusting that when you're in the flow, it reminds you of that Kuan Yin energy where she stands there with her hands in mudra, holding that vase where she's pouring the creativity into the world. She's so connected with that divine energy of being that manifestation just happens. Ever notice that? That's the synchronicities that we notice in our lives. We're not making it happen, but we're just thinking, I wonder what this would be like. We may take actions toward it, but then we see the universe coming up to meet us. When we feel and see and recognize those energies actually happening, that's the time to go, oh, I'm in the flow, I'm in that energy. What can I imagine that would be even bigger and greater than this? Not just for myself, but for loved ones, and even for our human family. Because the angst, the troubles that we can see out there in the world come from the misunderstanding that we humans have. We think we have to control Mother Earth and nature. We think we've got to how much push is there going on to get there faster, right? That's what it's all about. When you feel that in you, you can deny it. These are one of the unity teachings, denial. No, I don't need to rush. I'm going to choose right now to stop and take some slow breaths. Always time for a couple of breaths, unless you're walking across the street and suddenly a bus is about to hit you. And then there's no time to think, you just jump out. So your body knows how to take care of you in an emergency. So let your mind tune into our teachings, the flow, the connection. We never have to rush. There's always time to stop and breathe and be in balance. Is there something you can give yourself right now that will remind you, oh, I'm in that rushing place. I'm in that, as my therapist used to call it, that free-floating anxiety where I'm kind of in that space for what's next. I'm not feeling grounded. To stop and take a breath. Stop and take a breath and remember that your body knows how to be here because it's part of Mother Earth. It's part of the divine flow of this universe. It's part of what I will call the divine feminine, which is a trust in this human experience. I think we should change the name of humanity to humanity. Humanity. Because then it includes the woman. What else do I have here? Unity was at the forefront of the New Age, New Thought movement. Do we recognize that?
Yes.
Even though it started over almost 150 years now, they weren't trying to start a new religion or start a new anything. They said, let's go to the teachings of Jesus and heal our lives by listening to what he said. And they created miracles financially, miracles physically, healing from tuberculosis. 6 months she'd been given to live, Myrtle Fillmore. And once she started affirming these powerful teachings of Jesus, She healed and lived a long life. So nothing is impossible with God. My father used to say a wonderful saying, which is a good affirmation too, in the bright lexicon of youth, there is no such word as can't. Do we recognize that that bright lexicon of youth is a divine vibration that we can claim no matter what age we are? Yes. And do we realize that it's what's blossoming with each new day? As we move towards the spring, we're going to feel that energy blossoming. What else are we ready to blossom in this new year? Because we are co-creating with Spirit, with Source, in our individual, what I would call microcosmic lives, but also in the macrocosm, in the grand picture, because each of our energies adds to that vibration, and as we feel that vibration of connection and divine flow and harmony, our life will mirror that and send it back to us, regardless of what else is happening out there. Jesus taught love, claiming that the kingdom of heaven is within. Speaking of his miracles, Jesus told us, all this and more ye shall do. What kind of miracles are you ready to create? Remember, it's a process. So if you decide to create a miracle or have a vision of something you want to create and suddenly it seems like something else is showing up, that's your chance, your invitation to call in trust and faith and say, whoa, this doesn't look like what I've asked for, but I know I'm connected to that co-creator and that co-creator hears me. So let me see what this is about. Or if it doesn't seem consistent, can I just look elsewhere? Because very often Spirit will say, this ain't the right path, right? But how often do we say, well, but it's here, I can do it, I can make it happen. Stop pushing, relax and breathe. I bought this wonderful new lighting system and a bunch of other stuff a couple weeks ago. We were able to set it up last week. I didn't have all the things to set it up today. I didn't get stressed out. I just set it up and go, oh, well, this works. You can see me. You can see me. So you can always let go and say, okay, this is what's happening. Solstice was very powerful for me. Was anyone else feeling that as we went into that dark night of the soul? A heaviness, stuff like old stuff wanted to come and release. I had this huge sty that began to come up on my eye. And that old ego self started coming and going, oh, why is God doing this to me? It's the solstice. I've been doing everything right. And why am I being punished? Let go of that. You're never being punished unless you decide what's happening is a punishment. Amen. And then it will be. If you say, oh, I wonder what this is. Maybe this is my body releasing old toxins. Maybe this is my body affirming that some old way of looking at things is coming out and being released by this ugly sty in your eye. And I have to say, as I tuned into that more positive view or way to spin it, that's what I began to see things more clearly. And I have to say, I woke up today, and as I'm taking my kitty for his walk, the world looked so much clearer. I mean, I really felt like my eyes were tuning in more clearly. I deny what the television says to us with all these diseases that are out there to get us, and we have to run to the next remedy to help us to feel better. Life itself is healing us with each breath. Amen. Let go of what we're being programmed with. Tune into your heart and trust. Miracles are happening. Our bodies are evolving physically just as our spirit and emotions and mind are. Turn your body back over to Mother Nature. Look at nature, how it continually renews itself. Recognize that we now have a conscious mind that grew out of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. It's tuned into that divine source, and that divine source is listening. We are evolving the planet together. Not only with our human family, but with the animals, the birds, the trees, the clouds, the oceans. Look at the weather pattern that's changed so powerfully in response to what we're doing. And what if what we're doing, none of it is bad, because all of it is part of that human life force experience. But nature is coming in to bring balance to our free-floating anxiety, which is what it is. We're not sure, we gotta take control, we gotta do this. Nature's saying, no, there you go, huge floods, this is happening, the fires. And isn't it interesting, as I do watch the news, which I do, what I look for is where is humanity being activated? And so much of these disasters that are happening out there are bringing people back to their core selves. How do I help my neighbor? How do we put it back together? What needs help right now? So Mother Earth is saying, come together, balance, trust, stay in the moment. Other thing that came up this week, and I'm going to move to the end of this because I want to go into our meditation, but what came up for me this week was, as I was sending out my newsletter, I was sending people to my website, I often do, and then I thought, okay, what am I saying on my website about who I am and sort of my, what is it they call it, my, not my purpose, but, no, but when you have a business, that there's a certain thing you put out that says, this is who I am. Anyway, I will just read it. Oh, it's your mission statement that's written right here. Your mission statement. Love Life Yoga is what when I came up with my website, it's what I called my business. It is the name I came up with when I set up my website almost 20 years ago. Love Life Yoga. Love, the energy that creates our world and all that we experience. Life, what we experience moment by moment. Yoga, the Sanskrit word means to unite, to yoke together. So my website, Love Life Yoga, really is not just about the postures. It's about the grand picture of yoga, which is really unity, bringing things together. It's also the oneness community, a powerful energy that's active on the planet. So that's what came up, and my mission is to harmonize myself and others with the divine flow of life by opening our inner senses, chakras, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience, whatever, to evolve into a higher vibration. I believe this is our divine inheritance. It is happening now. Wake up, listen, feel, know now. So that's really it. So all the things that we're looking for out there, all the things we're trying to call down from spirit, it's already happening inside of us. It doesn't mean we don't want to open and draw in more, but the other thing that happened as I was listening to and reading the Jambalaya book, and they talked about the divine feminine, I looked up, was actually listening, I looked up at my little statue I have of Kuan Yin, and I literally felt this divine feminine energy moving in. And listen to me, I actually felt a vagina inside me, that energy of what that might feel like, and it was like this energy moving up from below and connecting me in this powerful way with Mother Earth. And I felt it later on that day as I walked into the botanical gardens and was looking at the trees, and they were saying, our roots are that same divine life force energy connecting you with this planet. And then what I felt was how much I love this Mother Earth, this experience of being on Earth. Yes, there are challenges because we've got these polarities. You can feel deep pain when you are here, feel deep sorrow, feel deep struggle, fear, all those, quote, uncomfortable things. But then there's a match on the other side of feeling that bliss, that connection, those aha goosebump moments that feel so powerful about being here. Connecting with my brother. It wasn't that I was saying anything. He was there giving he knows a lot, and he loves, like me, he loves to talk. And just sitting there watching him be him. Amen. Recognizing how much in the past I always wanted him to be different, to somehow be more like me. To watch him be him and feel how much I love that he is him, that he's not me. Opening up to that energy. So let's take a moment now to tune into our physical bodies. We're going to go into that. inner world. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. If not, just let your gaze be very soft. Bring your awareness within and just notice that powerful flow that is moving through you right now. That's not about doing, but is just about being. The breath is our most intimate and immediate connection with that divine source, that one power, that one presence. And when we recognize that, we notice that that one power, that one presence is saying yes to us in each moment. So as you continue to breathe, just allow yourself to ignite each new breath with that powerful word, yes. Both the inhale, yes to take it in, and both the exhale, yes, as you send it out. You receive the yes, the life force, and you send that yes back out into the world, clearing the way forward, opening the space before you. Yes. Yes. Yes to that one presence as you draw it in, and yes to yourself as the divine expression of that one presence as you send it out. Letting go of what you think might need to happen in the future and letting just pure white or clear light go forward. See yourself surrounded by that white or clear light all around you. Recognize that this invisible substance that we're all breathing together right now is that divine light or clear light. It is that divine presence, vibrating with creative energy, listening to each thought, each breath, each emotion that you're sending out, and harmonizing that with the world that you're creating and drawing to you. It's helpful for me, and I'm going to share with you, to remember that, quote, negative thoughts or heavy, uncomfortable feelings don't need to bring heaviness or uncomfortable things to you. It is your choice to initiate and ignite those energies with the positive by simply calling it God the good. How does it feel to call anger or frustration God the good? It gives it another energy. It allows you to own it as your own, claiming dominion. My life is my own. It means making space for whatever's happening within. That's primary, because whatever is without is coming from within. So when we come into peace and harmony and acceptance with what's within, even when it feels uncomfortable, we are allowing it to move through, to evolve, to integrate. We don't need to jump up into our head and try to fix it, because that keeps it stuck. We breathe it through and then ask, what's next? We invite in spirit. It's interesting how when I invite in spirit, when that anger comes up, when that revenge energy comes in, and I ask spirit, how can I use it? It almost always, maybe not immediately, but fairly quickly, moves to forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't just pretending that, well, it was still bad, but I'm just going to act like it didn't bother me. It's recognizing, oh, there's a gift there, and seeing it in a new way. It opens another path forward. Or sometimes it allows me to let go and say, oh, that's really not even mine to deal with. Ask yourself, how does it feel, or how might it feel to be able to turn any angst, any, quote, problem over to spirit, knowing that the answer, the solution will either come or the problem will melt away. How does that feel to trust spirit? Even if you're just pretending. Remember, Jesus said, all we need is a mustard seed of faith. And then the next step is to let go of whatever seems to be happening and not call it bad. We have the power to choose what we decide to think about whatever is happening. We also have the power and the choice to say, I can stop thinking about it, focus on the breath, and move into the feeling and draw it into my heart. Let's get that, because this is your takeaway moving forward. You have the power. I have the power to let go of the thinking, connect with the breath, and move into the feeling in my heart and solar plexus and allow it to come into balance. Let the thoughts go. Move into the experience, because that powerful prayer, that powerful affirmation, that powerful truth, one presence, one power active in the universe and my life, God the good, omnipotent. We feel the power by being present, letting go of the thoughts, letting go of what's happening, reconnecting. And then we can look out at the world again and notice how we've changed our glasses or taken off those old glasses and we're seeing rightly. So as we sink into this downward pull of gravity, as we recognize and move to those last couple days of 2025, let these next days be a time of letting go of old error thinking, letting go of any thoughts that cause heaviness or discomfort, and moving into the flow that we are not making happen, it is happening. And our option is to get on board. It's the love train. I wish I could hear the OJs right now. People all over the world, join hands, get on the love train, right? So let's breathe that energy in. I want you to visualize yourself, those people that are close to you, people that you've supported you through your life, owning the past as all good, all nourishing, all fertilizing your process forward. Let's visualize all these inner seeds that we may not even know what they are, being planted within our consciousness, within our hearts, within our minds, and trusting the breath, moving forward to sprout them all in divine timing. And as we move in, we come together with one final Om. Om. Yes, it's a small group, but I know we can do better than that. Let's send it out to our YouTube friends and the whole world at large. Deep breath. New Year's Day, 1 o'clock here at Unity of Richmond East Bay. Drumming circle, sound healing, and a visioning for 2026.